A lot of people, when they hear that I meditate, and especially when they meditate themselves, always ask me the same question: how do you meditate? And I'm always a little bit confused, and I have a hard time answering this question because I meditate like everyone else. When I am in the state of meditation, I'm in a state of complete openness to everything. And I think what people mean and what they're trying to say and ask is, how do I get to the state of meditation? What technique am I using to get to the state of meditation? Because also in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, the steps towards meditation are pratyahara, dharana, and dhyana. And dhyana being the state of meditation. Pratyahara being withdrawal and control of the senses. And dharana being one focused attention or concentration. And so in order to get to the state of meditation, most of us require techniques, because it's difficult to just turn the switch and you're in a state of meditation. Our mind is not trained or adapted to easily go into the state of no thinking, of just being. So that's why a lot of techniques and methods have evolved to bring us there. And for me personally, it's always important to be very simple with my technique. Because it's very easy to get stuck in your technique. Most of the techniques that we're using have something to do with controlling our senses and with one pointed focus, so with concentration. And so sometimes it can happen that we are trying to meditate. What we're actually doing, we're desperately trying to control our senses for half an hour. And we haven't had the experience of meditation, not even for a second. Or trying to make our mind one focused, one pointed. So we're trying to concentrate very hard. And so what we're doing then, we're trying or practicing concentration, but we're not meditating, we're in the state of meditation. And so my personal way of meditating is a very simple one. I try to have a very light awareness on my breath, not too much, just that I have an anchor point. And every time a thought or something occurs, I just very gently and with a sense of loving kindness label it as thinking. It's just something that occurred, and so I return to a very light focus on my breath. It's not that all my concentration is with every sensation that the breath initiates within me. It's just a very light touching of the breath. And ultimately, everyone needs to find their own unique method. And we should never forget that these techniques are there to get us somewhere, and then we have to let go of them. It doesn't matter how great your technique is. When you get there, you have to let it go. Just like when you take a bus to go somewhere, you don't just hold on to the bus and stay in the bus and don't exit there. You reach your destination, so you can let go. That's also where the word mantra, it's actually 2 syllables, so 2 parts. It's man and tra, and it means mind, vehicle. It's a vehicle that takes our mind somewhere, and the somewhere is the state of meditation. And that's what mantra is. Mantra is a technique. It's a technique that helps us to control our senses, to be one pointed with our focus, and then get us to the state of meditation. And depending on the person and your level of training for the mind, you might need a technique that is more elaborate, that has a little bit more things to focus on, or something or a technique that has less to focus on, so something very simple. And so there are different techniques, different methods, different styles according to the lineages, according to the teachers, and it's just it's our duty in some sense to find the technique that suits us best. And you don't have to stay with one technique for the rest of your life. Sometimes I do mantra meditation because it feels like the right thing to do at this moment. And sometimes I just do what I just described earlier. And when I get to the state of meditation, when you get there, you know how it feels. It's not a question that you have to ask anymore. And I feel like that this is also sometimes the reason why a lot of us get stuck in our meditation journey, because we're so preoccupied with the technique and we're confusing the technique with the entirety of meditation is that we're completely neglecting or forgetting what meditation actually is. It's something that we arrive at after the technique has done what it was supposed to do. And so in your next meditation session, try not to get too lost in your technique, but try to use your technique for what it's meant to do, to get you to the state of meditation, and then completely let it go. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, could I please ask you to like, subscribe, and maybe hit the bell button? It's only a few clicks for you, but it really means the world to me, because it's the only way my channel can grow and other people can also benefit from my content. Thank you so much for your help.